If you're a parent trying to help your child learn how to read, you may be wondering something very important. Where do I even start?
Do I start with sight words? Do I make them read more books? Do I sound out words? Do I just wait for the school to handle it? The truth is, many parents are trying their best, but they were never shown the step-by-step process of how reading actually develops. And because of that, children often struggle longer than they need to. Reading is not magic. Reading is a structured skill that the brain must learn step by step.
And today, I'm going to show you the exact process teachers and reading specialists use to teach children how to read. By the end of this video, you will understand the 5 essential stages of learning to read, why many children struggle even when they are smart, and how you can support your child at home starting today. Let's begin with something every parent needs to understand first. What reading really is. Reading is actually made up of 2 major skills working together. Researchers call this the simple view of reading. Reading equals word recognition plus language comprehension. Word recognition means, can the child look at a word and figure out what it says? Language comprehension means, do they understand what the word or sentence means? Many children struggle because one of these 2 skills is weak. For example, some children can sound out words but don't understand what they read. Others understand language but struggle to decode words. Strong readers develop both skills together over time, but the foundation of reading always begins with something very important. Step 1. Phonological awareness. The first step in teaching a child to read happens before they even read words. This step is called phonological awareness. This means the child can hear and manipulate sounds in words. For example, can they hear that cat has 3 sounds?
T. Can they recognize rhyming words?
Cat, hat, bat.
Can they break a word into sounds?
Dog, HD, O. Research shows that phonological awareness is one of the strongest predictors of reading success. Children who struggle here often struggle later with decoding. Parents can practice this through simple games like rhyming games, clapping syllables, sound matching games, asking, what sound does this word start with? Once children can hear sounds in words, they are ready for the next step. Step 2. Phonics. The second step in learning to read is phonics. Phonics teaches children the relationship between letters and sounds. For example, B says B, M says M, S says S. Then children learn how to blend sounds together. C-A-T, cat. This is how the brain begins to decode words. Phonics instruction usually progresses in a sequence. Short vowel words, CVC words like cat, dog, sit. Then children learn blends, digraphs, long vowels, silent E patterns, multisyllabic words. When phonics is taught clearly and systematically, children gain something powerful. They gain independence as readers. Instead of guessing words, they can figure them out, and that leads to the next stage. Step 3. Fluency. Once children can decode words, the next step is fluency. Fluency means reading accurately, smoothly, with expression. Think about it like driving a car. At first you think about everything, gas, brake, steering, but after practice, driving becomes automatic. The same thing happens with reading. Fluency develops through repeated reading, reading aloud, listening to strong readers, practicing appropriate level books. When fluency improves, something amazing happens. The brain uses less energy decoding words and can focus more on understanding the text, and that leads to the next stage. Step 4. Vocabulary development. Vocabulary is the number of words a child understands. The larger a child's vocabulary, the easier it becomes to understand what they read. Vocabulary grows through conversation, reading books, exposure to new topics, asking questions. For example, if a child reads the word habitat but has never heard it before, comprehension stops.
But if they understand the word, the sentence suddenly makes sense.
Parents can support vocabulary growth by talking about books, asking questions like, "What do you think that word means?"
Can you use that word in a sentence?
Vocabulary is one of the most powerful ways to strengthen comprehension.
And that brings us to the final stage. Step 5. Reading comprehension. The ultimate goal of reading is understanding.
Comprehension means the reader can understand the message of the text, make connections, draw conclusions, identify themes, ask questions while reading. Strong readers actively think while they read. They ask, "What is happening? Why did the character do that? What might happen next?" Parents can build comprehension by asking simple questions like, "What happened in the story?
Why did that happen? What do you think will happen next?"
These conversations strengthen a child's ability to think deeply about text.
Why some children struggle. Sometimes parents feel frustrated because their child is trying, but reading still feels hard. Here's the truth.
Struggling readers are often missing one key foundational skill.
Maybe they struggle to hear sounds in words.
Maybe phonics instruction was inconsistent.
Maybe they need more guided practice.
Reading struggles are not a sign of low intelligence. They are simply a sign that the child needs targeted support in the right area. When the right support is provided, most children can make significant progress.
If you remember only one thing from this video, remember this. Reading develops step by step.
1. Phonological awareness. 2. Phonics. 3. Fluency. 4. Vocabulary. 5. Comprehension. When these pieces are built in the right order, reading becomes much easier for children. And the good news is that parents play an incredibly powerful role in this process.
Reading with your child. Talking about books.
Encouraging practice. All of these small moments build strong readers. If you'd like more resources to help your child become a confident reader, make sure to subscribe to this channel where we share practical strategies for parents every week. And if you want a structured roadmap for helping your child improve their reading skills, you can download our free Parent Reading Success Guide in the link below.
Thank you for watching, and remember, every strong reader was once a beginner.